What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, check this out. I wanted to circle back to this situation with Wish and kind of talk about something we always discuss on this channel when it comes to diversity and equity and inclusion and what happens when you put that as the preeminent thing in your film and the storytelling and the characters and everything else like that. That all comes second. The first thing, the most important thing, we must have diversity. We must have inclusivity. That's more important than anything. And when you lead with that and when you start with that, and that's the foundation of the film that you're putting together, it's going to come to ruin. You have failed from the premise, all right? And this particular review, it actually says that. It discusses it. It's something that I've always said, and I want to dive in just a little bit deeper with this. So this is actually on Mashable. Wish review, Disney's latest is a frustrating, self-referential IP grab. And yeah, I'm going to jump right to the part that I'm talking about. Now, on this part of the review, they're talking about the effect that all of this diversity that they pushed into this film, what kind of effect it had on the overall story. Now, check this. In fact, Wish's overall cast is one of the most diverse in the studio's history, but it feels like one stipulation for making the world more inclusive was to lean hard on Disney tropes and IP. Now, I want y'all to think about this when they're talking about the tropes. What are some of the tropes that you think about when you think of Disney tropes, all right? We're going to touch on that in a minute, but I want you to think about that. Just plant that seed in the back of your head. But the problem is, yeah, it says, yeah, it's leaning in on these tropes and these IPs. Well, why? Why do you have to lean on tropes and IP? It's because you didn't start from a creative space. You started from an agenda-laced space. You wanted to drive an agenda. You wanted to push something, a message. You wanted to promote something. And what did they want to promote? Here it is. The overall cast is one of the most diverse in the studio's history. That's what was important to them. Diversity. You know, they want to make the world more inclusive. Again, they're trying to push the message. It's not about entertainment. It's not about storytelling. It's about most diverse, more inclusive. And see, when that's your agenda, if that's where you're starting out with, well, it's time to get the checklist out. Now, what you see here, this is a partial cast for Wish, all right? And it's just like that article is saying. This is the most diverse cast in the history of film. Look at this cast right here. I mean, you got everything you can ask for. All the check boxes have been absolutely checked, okay? Do we have all our races covered, all right? Do we have every type of character you could possibly shove into a film? Do we have it all covered, all right? You got your dark-skinned black girl. You got your light-skinned black girl, all right? You got your, like Latina, or I don't know, maybe a Latina chick over here. You got your Asian, they're plump. You got your short, angry white guy.